Explain.
We are here in front of you to present our project in science for trading called photosynthesis.
So, photosynthesis, let's get into the discussion of sunlight and transfer of energy. Photosynthesis, let's get into this process of chemical reaction. Plants take water, sun and CO2 to make glucose, the sugar that they use for food. They also put oxygen into the air so we can share because oxygen is everywhere. The energy transforms from solar to chemical all the time, everywhere. The process is identical in every plant and every tree and in all living things to be.
Photosynthesis, let's get into the discussion of sunlight and transform of energy. Photosynthesis, let's get into this process of chemical reaction and synergy. Photosynthesis, let's get into this discussion of sunlight and transform of energy. Photosynthesis, let's get into this process of chemical reaction. Let's take a look at the light reaction making chemical energy when light is captured. Electrons flow through the photosystem, flowing so fast you might have missed them. Within the chloroplast lies the action, the thylakoid membranes where it happens. ATP and AGPH are products of light, water, air, and space.
Photosynthesis, let's get into the discussion of sunlight and transfer of energy.
Photosynthesis, let's get into this process of chemical reaction and synergy.
Photosynthesis, let's get into the discussion of sunlight
and transfer of energy.
Photosynthesis, let's get into this process of chemical
The
reaction.
Calvin cycle or dark reaction doesn't need direct sunlight for it to run right. CO2 from the air enters the chloroplast, mixing with organic molecules for the last time with the help of the enzyme Roberto. Carbon fixation, I thought you knew this, yo. It's from a carbohydrate known as G3P. It's created, recreated, and recycled, you see.
Photosynthesis, let's get into the discussion of sunlight and transfer of energy. Photosynthesis, let's get into the process of chemical synthesis. Let's get into the discussion of sunlight and transfer of energy. Photosynthesis, let's get into this process of chemical reaction and synergy. Photosynthesis, let's get into the discussion of sunlight and transfer of energy. Photosynthesis, let's get into this process of chemical reaction. Yeah!
DNA zone. DNA, itid1, itid-knick-knack everyone.
With the knick-knack, patiwak, which is the blood, DNA is in your own.
DNA, itid2, itid-knick-knack in the bees.
With the knick-knack, patiwak, which is in the blood, DNA is in your own.
DNA, itid3, itid-knick-knack in the bones.
With the knick-knack, patiwak, which is in the blood, DNA is in your own.
DNA, itid4, itid-knick-knack PO4.
With the knick-knack, patiwak, which is in the blood, DNA is in your own.
DNA, itid5, itid-knick-knack nucleotide.
With the knick-knack, patiwak, which is in the blood, DNA is in your own.
DNA, itid6, itid-knick-knack
With the knick-knack, patiwak, which is in the blood, DNA is in your own.
And DNA, itid7, itid-knick-knack in future 7.
With the knick-knack, patiwak, which is in the blood, DNA is in your own.
DNA, itid8, itid-knick-knack with a quick,
With the knick-knack, patiwak, which is in the blood, DNA is in your own.
And DNA, itid9, itid-knick-knack in man-mind.
With the knick-knack, patiwak, which is in the blood, DNA is in your own.
And DNA, itid10, itid-knick-knack with B10.
With the knick-knack, patiwak, which is in the blood, DNA is in your own.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think